Do you feel weaker and weaker, as if your muscles are giving out on you with age? Is it hard for you to climb stairs, get out of bed, or keep your balance? If you're over 60, this isn't just part of aging. It could be a sign of a silent enemy that has already started affecting your body, sarcopenia. But what if I told you there's a Japanese habit, simple, effortless, and practiced by thousands of long-lived elders, that can reactivate your muscle strength and stop that decline? Today you'll discover how the Japanese naturally fight sarcopenia day after day. So stay until the end. And while you're here, go ahead and hit like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with your age and city. We want to know where you're watching from. Maybe you've never heard the word sarcopenia, but if you're over 60, you're most likely already feeling it in your body. It's a progressive loss of muscle mass that occurs with age, gradually weakening a person's strength, balance, and mobility. The danger is that this process happens silently, without pain, which is why so many older adults ignore it until the symptoms become obvious. At first, it seems like simple clumsiness while walking. Then comes fatigue when climbing stairs, difficulty getting up from a low chair, or fear of falling. Some notice their legs no longer support them like before, or they lose strength even to open a jar. And that's when sarcopenia has already advanced too far. That's why the sooner you act, the better. Recent data shows that after age 50, between 1% and 2% of muscle mass is lost every year. By 80, many people have lost up to half of their initial strength. This explains why older adults suffer more falls, fractures, and dependency. But it doesn't have to be this way. This condition, although natural, is reversible if the right decisions are made in time. The big mistake is thinking that just eating well or doing occasional exercise is enough. The truth is, the body needs consistent stimuli and specific strategies to stay strong. And even more importantly, it's not just about living longer, but living with dignity, autonomy, and joy. Because no one wants to age hunched over, fragile, or locked up at home. In the West, we tend to resign ourselves. We say, it's just age. But in Japan, a culture famous for longevity, older people move with agility even at 90 years old. How do they do it? What are they doing differently? The answer isn't in medication or surgery, but in daily habits that anyone can adopt. And it all starts with something very simple: waking up. In Japan, many elders have managed to reverse these symptoms, thanks to a set of very specific daily habits. While in many countries, older people spend their mornings sitting, watching TV, or drinking coffee without moving, in Japan the day begins with a very different ritual. Older adults from all regions of the country practice gentle movements as soon as they wake up. These aren't intense exercises, but ancient routines designed to activate the body gently, prevent stiffness, and send a clear message to the body: it's time to live. One of the best-known habits is Radio Taiso, a series of movements guided by music, broadcast on Japanese radio for decades. Millions of people, even centenarians, get up daily to follow this brief routine lasting 3 to 10 minutes. The gestures are simple: stretches, bends, gentle rotations of the arms, neck, and legs. They may seem insignificant, but their cumulative effects are powerful. In addition to Radio Taiso, practices like Tai Chi and Qi Gong have become popular among Japanese elders for their ability to combine movement with mindful breathing. These disciplines not only strengthen muscles and joints, but also improve balance, concentration, and mind-body connection. And the best part, you don't need to be flexible or have previous experience to start. If you don't have access to Tai Chi classes or don't feel comfortable following Asian routines, you can opt for equally effective Western alternatives. A light walk at dawn, joint mobility exercises by the bedside, or even a gentle stretching routine inspired by yoga can offer similar benefits. The important thing is that the movement is mindful, slow, and consistent, allowing your joints to lubricate, your muscles to oxygenate, and your body to fully wake up. It's not about sweating or exerting yourself, but about reactivating your muscular and neurological system after hours of inactivity. In any culture, the body appreciates being treated with respect every morning. Why is it so important to move upon waking? Because during sleep, the body enters a state of total inactivity. Muscles cool down, joints stiffen, and the circulatory system slows its pace. If you go straight from bed to the breakfast chair, you're prolonging that inert state. But if you move, even just a little, you're reactivating your neuromuscular system early on. Studies show that older adults who move within the first hour of the day have a lower risk of falls, more energy throughout the day, and better sleep quality at night. It's as if that small effort sets the tone for the entire day. Additionally, this habit builds discipline, lifts mood, and promotes a sense of achievement that positively carries over into other areas of life. And the most encouraging part, you don't need a gym, special clothes, or to leave your home. You just need the willpower. You can start tomorrow morning, right after waking up, with 5 minutes of stretching in bed or next to a chair. With every movement, you'll be telling your body, I'm still alive and I want to move. A message your body will surely understand. But it's not just about movement. What you eat also matters. After activating their bodies with gentle movements upon waking, older Japanese people pay attention to another fundamental pillar to preserve their strength: nutrition, especially protein quality. While in many countries, animal protein, such as red meat, processed meats, and dairy, still dominates plates, in Japan, the approach is different: fermented plant-based proteins that are gentle on the body and powerfully nutritious. One of the most common ingredients in the Japanese breakfast is tofu, made from pressed soybeans. It's light, easy to digest, and a complete source of plant protein. For older adults, this is a big advantage, since the digestive system tends to slow down with age, and animal proteins often cause inflammation, constipation, or kidney overload. Another ancestral food is natto, which, despite its strong flavor and sticky texture, is packed with benefits. It is fermented soy, rich in vitamin K2, probiotics, and enzymes that improve gut health and enhance nutrient absorption, including calcium and magnesium, which are essential for muscle tissue. Additionally, natto contains nattokinase, an enzyme that promotes circulation and helps prevent blood clots. If natto, because of its strong taste or sticky texture, is not to your liking or hard to find in your country, an excellent Western alternative is kefir, especially milk kefir or water kefir. Both are fermented foods rich in probiotics, enzymes, and B vitamins. They help improve gut health, strengthen the immune system, and facilitate the absorption of key nutrients for muscles like magnesium, calcium, and proteins. Also, kefir is much milder on the palate and easy to incorporate into breakfasts or snacks, mixed with fruit, oatmeal, or on its own. Miso, meanwhile, is a fermented soybean paste used in soups and broths. Also rich in probiotics and essential amino acids, it helps strengthen the immune system and keeps muscles nourished from within. Consumed in small portions but consistently, it has a profound impact on longevity and physical vitality. Many elderly Japanese people include these foods early in their diet. Miso soup at breakfast, stir-fried tofu with vegetables for lunch, and natto over rice as a light dinner. It's not an expensive or complicated diet. These are simple choices, repeated every day, that create an internal environment favorable to muscle maintenance and regeneration. If you can't easily find miso in your country, a good Western alternative is homemade vegetable soup with bone broth or fermented vegetable broth. Bone broth simmered slowly for several hours releases collagen, minerals, and essential amino acids for muscle regeneration and joint health. On the other hand, sauerkraut or fermented cabbage can also be a complementary option. It provides natural probiotics and improves digestion, helping the body better absorb the proteins and nutrients needed to maintain muscle mass. These are simple and accessible ways to care for your gut and strengthen your body from within, Western style. If you've never tried these foods, you can start little by little. In Oriental product stores, tofu and miso are easy to find. You can add cubed tofu to a salad, make a soup with miso, or mix natto with warm rice. The key is to gradually replace inflammatory proteins with these cleaner and more functional sources. While some of these Japanese foods may seem exotic or hard to find in your country, there are Western alternatives that can also help strengthen muscles without causing inflammation. For example, you can replace frequent red meats with eggs, lentils, chickpeas, or beans cooked with olive oil. Instead of processed meats like sausages or ham, opt for unsweetened natural yogurt, ricotta cheese, or nuts. These options offer quality proteins, less saturated fat, and are gentler on the kidneys, while also providing fiber and antioxidants that benefit muscles and the gut. The secret lies in making cleaner, less industrialized choices that allow the body to age with strength, not chronic inflammation. And beyond what they eat, it's how they do it. In Japan, food is not just a physiological need, it is an act of respect toward the body. Many elderly Japanese sit down to eat without a TV, without phones, and without rushing. They chew slowly, savor every bite, and give their body time to recognize fullness. This simple habit, which may seem insignificant, has a profound impact on the digestive, metabolic, and muscular health of older adults. By chewing slowly, saliva and digestive enzymes are activated, preparing the stomach to better absorb nutrients. This is especially important for muscles, which depend on well-digested proteins, vitamins, and minerals to regenerate. Eating quickly, on the other hand, causes gas, acidity, inflammation, and poorer absorption of essential nutrients. Additionally, the slow pace of eating favors the release of satiety hormones, such as leptin and cholecystokinin, which signal the brain when enough is consumed. This helps prevent overweight, which overloads the joints and promotes muscle loss. Eating mindfully also reduces anxiety, stress, and the urge to eat impulsively. Another key point is posture. Many Japanese still eat seated on the floor, which strengthens the legs when standing up and maintains hip flexibility. But even if you eat at a table, the essential thing is to be present, with your body aligned and breathing calmly. Mealtime should be a ritual of connection, not a rushed chore. In the Western world, it is common to eat in front of the TV, in the car, or even standing up. This habit disconnects the brain from the act of eating and turns food into an automatic task. But it is possible to change this with small gestures. Turn off the screen, use nice plates, chew each bite 20 times, and put down the fork between bites. A practical suggestion is to start with one meal a day. Breakfast, for example. Sit down, breathe, observe your plate, chew without rushing, and be grateful for what you are eating. You will see how not only your digestion improves, but also your mood and your relationship with food. Because it's not just about what you eat, but how you treat it. And speaking of treating the body, they also care for it from the outside. Just as the Japanese take care of their bodies from within with good food and mindfulness, they also do so externally with daily rituals that promote circulation, relaxation, and muscle regeneration. One of the most traditional and effective is the hot bath, known as ofuro. Far from being just a hygiene practice, this habit is considered daily medicine for the body and soul. Immersing oneself in hot water between 38 and 41 degrees Celsius relaxes tense muscles, dilates blood vessels, and improves tissue oxygenation. This is essential for older people, whose muscles are often contracted, stiff, or inflamed due to lack of movement. The moist heat gently penetrates muscle fibers, facilitating recovery and reducing chronic pain. After the bath, many elderly Japanese dedicate time to self-massage, especially on the legs, calves, and feet. With circular movements and moderate pressure, they stimulate lymphatic circulation and help eliminate accumulated toxins. This practice is not only relaxing, but also strengthens the connection with one's own body. Painful areas are detected, improvements are felt over time, and a type of self-care that goes beyond the physical is cultivated. If you don't have a bathtub at home, you can use a very simple and accessible method, a foot soak. All you need is a bucket of hot water, coarse salt or Epsom salts, and a few minutes to relax. Soaking your feet for 10 to 15 minutes before bedtime deeply relaxes you, improves sleep and soothes tired legs. Afterward, you can apply a bit of oil, such as coconut, almond, or even olive oil, and massage with upward strokes. This kind of care also has emotional benefits. Physical contact, even if it's with yourself, releases oxytocin, a hormone related to calm, well-being, and trust. Many elderly people who live alone or receive little affectionate contact find in these rituals a way to comfort their bodies and reconnect with the present moment. In the Western world, treatments for muscle pain often involve medication, creams, or costly sessions. But the Japanese have shown that daily contact with hot water and gentle massages can be more effective than any pill if done consistently. It's a way to say to the body, "Thank you for supporting me. Let's take care of you." And now, one of the most overlooked habits in the West. When it comes to muscle health, many think of proteins, exercise, or supplements. But there is a silent and powerful element that is often forgotten: deep, restorative sleep. During the night, especially in the first hours of sleep, the body produces an essential hormone for muscle regeneration, the growth hormone, also known as GH. This hormone not only helps repair tissues, but also stimulates protein synthesis and maintains muscle mass. In Japanese tradition, especially in rural areas, going to bed early is part of the daily routine. For many older adults, sleeping before 10 p.m. is not just a medical recommendation, but a cultural habit. And this simple detail makes a huge difference. Sleeping at the right hours allows the body to enter deep sleep phases quickly, where true muscle and cellular recovery occurs. On the other hand, staying up until midnight watching TV, browsing on your phone, or eating late directly interferes with circadian rhythms. This not only reduces sleep quality, but also affects GH production, disrupts hormones like melatonin and cortisol, and leaves the body more inflamed and vulnerable the next day. For those already facing sarcopenia, this can speed up the weakening process. Good sleep also regulates appetite, improves metabolism, and strengthens memory, all crucial factors for maintaining an active life after 60. Additionally, adequate sleep reduces anxiety, depression, and improves pain perception. Many chronic muscle pains in older adults improve simply when sleep becomes deep and regular. To create a Japanese-style sleep routine, a few simple adjustments are enough. Reduce artificial light after 7 p.m., avoid bright screens before bedtime, eat a light and early dinner, and drink a relaxing infusion like chamomile or lavender tea. Another helpful practice is doing a short meditation or deep breathing before sleep, which eases the transition into deep sleep. You can also try the rest ritual technique used by many elderly people in Japan, turning off the lights, washing your face with warm water, carefully preparing the futon or bed, and mentally giving thanks for the day lived. These may seem like small details, but they send signals to your body that it's time to rest and regenerate. But all of this only works if you do this last thing. All the habits we've explored so far, from moving upon waking, eating mindfully, including clean proteins, to going to bed early, share one common principle: gentle, daily consistency. In Japanese culture, no miraculous overnight change is expected. The slow but steady process is honored, and that is precisely what brings results in the long run, especially for older adults. In the West, we're used to seeking quick fixes, pills that promise instant energy, extreme workouts that promise rejuvenation in weeks, or diets that last only a few days. But the experience of Japanese elders shows that the key is not intensity, but continuity. Doing something small every day is worth much more than doing something big once a month. The Japanese call this kaizen, which means continuous improvement. It's the commitment to care for your body today, even with a simple action. Stretching when you wake up, choosing tofu instead of processed meats, chewing slowly, taking a foot bath, or turning off the lights on time. It's not about perfection, but about showing your body you are present, that you care, that you are willing to take care of it. A big mistake is thinking, it's too late for me. But science has shown that even people over 80 can regain muscle strength with minimal and consistent changes. The body has a regenerative intelligence that never disappears. It's just waiting for a signal from you to activate. And that signal isn't a grand gesture, it's a daily decision. Today, I invite you to choose just one habit from those you've learned here and keep it for the next 7 days. Maybe stretching in the morning, maybe eating dinner earlier, maybe giving yourself a massage before bed. The important thing isn't which one you choose, but that you do it with commitment. At the end of the week, your body will thank you. You'll feel stronger, more energetic, and more hopeful. Your body isn't broken, it's just waiting for you to take care of it again.